Alright, there it is. It's all soldered on. Looks really nice. And then once it was on, then I cut the shape out of here. And now this slips right into, it's a little high, so I'm gonna have to cut this down just a tiny bit because it's hitting the bottom there, but it slips right around the motor. So I gotta cut that down a tiny bit, and I'm gonna shave this nice and flat now because when I was cutting it, it's not perfectly flat. I'll make it perfectly flat. Just hit it up on the wheel grinder. So I've been toying with the idea to put this grid on the front, and so I finally did it. Just soldered that on, so I have it on here and I have it on the boards. Take some of this and solder on some chunks, just little L's, just so I got a little bit more of a floor in here. So I'll just put some chunks in here just to cover a little bit, so you can't see right down into the wheels like it is right now. Alright, I used the bender and I bent a couple little brackets. Those go right here. It's just to cover some of the floor so you can't see down looking through the cab. You can't see down inside. So there you can see the brackets in there, just to help cover up a little bit. So I'm at the point where I'm not exactly sure what I want to do next, because I don't want to trap myself. I mean, if I put the cab on and I solder it on, then that means I won't be able to access. I got to be able to put this in. I got to put the detail on. I think what I'm going to do is solder the cab together, just the four walls. I'll leave the roof off. I would like to make it somehow so I could remove the roof. Maybe just a little slide tab and a kind of a spring thing. A lot of other models do that. I'll have to figure that out when I get there. But I also still have to be able to get the back head in and solder it on. I would like to solder it right on. And then the only way I'll be able to paint it is either, I guess I could paint it, I can make it so the roof comes off, I could paint from there. But anyways, I'm going to solder 4 walls. I'm just not exactly sure where to go about it, but I also don't want to put the bell on right now because with all this work I might bend it. I don't want to put the stack on because I might bend it. I'm trying to do the smaller details last, the bendable. And this, I might even file this off here if the cab. Yeah, so I might, because that kind of sticks out, if it looks goofy, I might just file this off so that it goes straight across from here because it goes wider here. But I'll figure that out. I'm going to solder this together first. So first thing I'm going to do is tin all the walls. So I have to do it quick because I don't want to overheat it because all these other parts will start falling off. So it's got to be a quick tin job. Alright, so there it is. I just have the back wall to do, but before I do that, I need to put the windows in, because once I put the back step on there, the back door, I won't be able to get these in, so I have to slide them in now. This is very exciting for me. This is one of my favorite things to put on this. And now I'm going to solder the backside on.
Stop that. Stop that.
There it is. The windows slide nicely. Nice. Now, is it straight? It's pretty close. I'll just give it a little kinky. There it is. And yeah. Now, what do I do with this thing? Do I solder it on now? I think maybe I'll try to build a roof for it. Make it possible so the roof can come off. Alright, so I'm going to attempt to make little brackets of some sort, little tabs in here, so they'll come up and then over, and then same thing over, and then on the cab side on the top I'm going to have another one come up, come this way, then up a tiny bit, and then over, and they're gonna hopefully notch into each other, and we'll see if that works. Alright, not sure if you'll be able to see that, but this is gonna go, this little column is gonna go up inside the roof, and then this will go on the front of the cab, and as I put the cab in, hopefully I can sneak that in there and they'll lock in, and that'll be the front one, and then I'll work on the back one. Well, that was a lot easier than I expected. Got it pretty much on the first try. So I just have a column there, and this guy slips into him. Let's see if I can do it from this side. It just slips right in. And so it's nice and tight, but not too tight. Sticks out perfectly on either side, and then back here inside the cab I'm gonna put just a little, I don't know, a little chunk of brass here and here, just a tiny little tab, just so it's centered. Just maybe put a little piece of L bracket in there or something, and then that'll keep the back. I mean, it's very tight, it's nice and tight on there now, but then at least it will just be held a little bit tighter on either side. So I'll just quickly add little tabs in there, but yeah, it turned out really nice. So there, so those little brackets are going to get soldered onto the roof, just right here. Well, there we go. That looks great. So everything slips in super nicely. Let's just get a little demo. We'll slip into here, and these just go right at the end of here, so you can get that in, and it's totally firm, and then you just slip that in. Let's see, where is it? And then those little brackets there on the sides, they prevent it from wobbling. It is completely tight. It's, oh man, this worked really well. Like, it's totally tight along here on this edge. It's tight along this edge, you can see. There's no gaps, no nothing.